Chosen one, what I'm about to reveal to you today reaches far beyond anything your mind has ever dared to imagine. And if these words have found you in this moment, understand deeply that it is no coincidence at all. A gentle pull from the divine has guided you here, because something extraordinary, something powerful, something life-altering is preparing to rise within your path. A sacred encounter with the divine presence is far closer than you realize, closer than your thoughts can grasp. Yes, believe it, because the time appointed for you has finally arrived. The moment your spirit has anticipated, the encounter your soul has been longing for, is already moving in your direction. This is not merely a moment of hope or whispered prayer. This is your moment of profound transformation, of alignment, of stepping into the current of sacred purpose. As a chosen one, you are being prepared for this holy meeting, and you are on the brink of witnessing shifts that will leave you humbled and awakened. But to step fully into this divine moment, you must understand how to attune yourself to the powerful stream of spiritual energy flowing toward your life. Before we travel deeper into this awakening message, pause for a heartbeat and do 3 simple things. Tap the like button, subscribe as we journey toward 10,000 souls, and write the number 99 in the comments. This number opens a doorway around you, activating the spiritual frequency that intensifies the power of this moment. And remember, if you truly are one of the chosen, you will stay with this message until the last word, because your spirit already knows this truth belongs to you. If your heart is ready to receive what is coming, prepare yourself, because everything is shifting right now. There are moments in life that arrive like a quiet divine breath, inviting you towards something far greater than what you've known. Perhaps you've already felt it, that subtle pull deep within you, as though something monumental is forming just beyond the horizon of your awareness. This is not random, and it is not accidental. You are a chosen one, and the life-changing meeting you have been anticipating is drawing near. Your heart may beat with expectation, your mind may swirl with questions, but understand this: what approaches you is not merely an isolated moment, but the beginning of a completely new chapter, one that will transform everything you believe about your purpose, your direction, and your life itself. This meeting has never been random nor shaped by chance. It has been arranged with precision, crafted with you in mind. The universe, aligned perfectly with God's divine rhythm, is leading you toward a place where you will rise into your highest calling. It may not unfold smoothly, and it may not appear in the ways you imagine, but trust that you are prepared for it. Every step you've taken, every challenge you've faced, every lesson that shaped you has been preparing you. The stage has been set for a long time, and now you are moving straight toward your destiny. As you ready yourself for this encounter, know that it is not about traveling anywhere physically, nor about any external shift. It is a spiritual unfolding. Your soul is aligning with the divine blueprint that has been waiting patiently for this moment. This is when you finally recognize you were never created for an ordinary existence. You were shaped for something greater, and God is calling you to rise into a purpose more expansive than anything you've ever imagined. Prepare to greet this moment with faith, because it is nearer than you think. From the beginning, God's hand has shaped your path with care, guiding each detail with a wisdom far beyond human understanding. Your presence here is no accident, and your life has never been a scattered pattern of disconnected events. Every victory, every difficulty, every shift along your journey has been part of a much higher design, guiding you towards something extraordinary. You have been chosen, singled out by the divine, and now the moment has come for you to step into the role that was always meant for you. Being chosen carries weight. It is both a sacred responsibility and a beautiful blessing. The Creator has seen something in you, something rare, something powerful, and He is calling you toward a purpose larger than anything you've dared to imagine. The road ahead may challenge you, and it may require you to release things that once mattered. But trust this truth: whatever you leave behind cannot compare to what awaits you. God's plan always stretches beyond the limits of our own, and He knows every step your soul must take, even if you cannot see it clearly. Each moment is bringing you closer to the meeting that will awaken something extraordinary within you. Do not question your worthiness. You stand exactly where you should be. This entire journey has been shaping you for something capable of shifting the very world around you. The meeting drawing near is not ordinary. It is sacred, powerful, transformative. It will alter the way you see your life and your purpose. You may not grasp the fullness of it now, but soon you will understand that this moment marks the turning point of your spiritual evolution. Everything you've carried, everything you've learned, will align in a way that feels undeniably right. This encounter is not merely about meeting another person, though that may play a part. It is about meeting the highest version of yourself. It is about standing before the truth of who you are, why you exist, and the power you have always carried within. As you prepare, open your heart to whatever arrives. The details may be unclear, but the message is unmistakable. The time is here. Your transformation will be a revelation, a deep awakening that opens the next chapter of your destiny. This meeting is the key, and when you walk through that doorway, everything changes. The thought of such a transformative moment may feel overwhelming. You may wonder, what am I supposed to do? How can I possibly be ready? But readiness is not about having all the answers. It is not about external action. It is about inner alignment. This is a spiritual journey, and your heart, mind, and soul must come into harmony with what God has prepared. Expect moments of deep reflection. You may find yourself revisiting old memories, choices and experiences, not to judge them, but to release what no longer belongs in your life. These reflections open space for what is coming. You may also sense a quiet calm rising within you, a subtle knowing that something immense is unfolding. Trust this feeling. It is your preparation. You may also face moments of worry or fear, wondering if you're truly ready. These feelings are natural when stepping into the unknown, but they pass. As you keep trusting the divine timing over your life, clarity will emerge. The encounter you are approaching will be exactly what your soul needs, even if it arrives differently than you imagine. Be open, be receptive. Allow yourself to stand fully present in this unfolding moment. It may feel like you're standing at the edge of something vast, unsure of what lies ahead. But hear me, you are on the threshold of leaving behind the old and stepping into something far greater than anything you've imagined. This is not a physical departure, it is spiritual. You are rising out of old patterns, old fears, old limitations, and walking into a new dimension of possibility. This transition will ask you to release what no longer matches your true identity. It may mean stepping away from relationships, habits, or paths that once shaped you, but trust this shedding. It is part of your rebirth. Though uncomfortable at times, the release will free you. And as you stand in this sacred transition, even if a sense of unease lingers, know that it is only the sign that your spirit is crossing into something astonishingly new. Your soul is widening, unfolding, and gently preparing itself for the next movement of your evolution. So allow this process to happen, for you are stepping into a renewed expression of your being, and this shift is essential for the growth taking shape within you. Soon you will look back and understand how deeply the path has sculpted you into the version of yourself you were always destined to embody. There are unmistakable signals that show you are approaching the threshold of a divine shift, signs that may appear subtle at first yet become undeniable. When you look with intention, one of the first signs is that stirring inside you, an inner restlessness that rises like a quiet wave, signaling that something deep within is rearranging itself. This unease is not a burden, but an invitation, a gentle summons from your spirit urging you to rise toward your higher calling. Another sign is the strengthening of your intuition, the sacred voice within, the whisper of the divine becoming clearer and more resonant. You will begin to sense guidance that leads you into places you did not expect. And these impulses are not random, but sacred nudges. leading you toward the meeting that is drawing near. And then you may notice changes in the world around you, as people and situations that no longer nourish your path drift away, while new opportunities and connections begin emerging before you. None of these shifts are accidental. They are part of the divine arrangement preparing you for the encounter that waits just ahead. One of the strongest indicators that this spiritual shift is approaching is the sudden loosening of your grip on your old life. You may feel that the things that once offered you comfort, your work, your relationships, the familiar routines of your days, no longer carry the same weight or warmth. This is not a loss, but a rising. God is calling you to release the pieces of your former identity that kept you anchored in a life that no longer aligns with your purpose. You may begin questioning long-held beliefs, former habits, or connections you once relied on. And though the process may feel confusing, understand that this unraveling is purposeful. Detachment is not rejection, it is evolution. God is guiding you to shed what restricts your expansion, creating space for something far greater. As you release what no longer fits, a quiet freedom begins to take shape, and soon you will see that everything you let go of was never in harmony with your higher path. What awaits you is richer, more aligned, and more deeply connected to your divine calling. Embrace this loosening as a blessing, for it is leading you directly toward the meeting for which you have been quietly preparing. As your spiritual senses expand, another powerful sign begins to emerge. A deepening awareness that heightens everything around you. You may start witnessing synchronicities, those striking coincidences that appear without explanation, revealing themselves as gentle markers from the universe, showing that everything is aligning in your favor. Alongside these outward signs, an inner transformation begins to stir your consciousness. Your intuition becomes even sharper. Your communion with the divine grows stronger, and you may find yourself hearing God's guidance with new clarity, feeling His presence as though it is wrapped around you, or entering moments of stillness that fill you with profound peace. These spiritual waves are not accidents. They are signals that you are being directed toward your highest expression. Pay attention to these inner movements, for they are pathways guiding you into the encounter approaching your life. As your connection with the divine deepens, the way forward becomes illuminated, and the meeting you have long waited for moves firmly within reach, guided by the rising awareness awakening inside you. As this transformation intensifies, your physical body begins to respond as well, for the shifts happening in your spirit cannot unfold without touching your physical form. You may notice sensations of energy coursing through you, tingling across your skin, or unexpected waves of exhaustion. These sensations are signs that your body is adjusting to the heightened frequencies of your calling. Many experience a kind of inner cleansing during spiritual awakening, and urge to rest more, to hydrate deeply, or to shift what they consume. Every one of these changes is part of your body's preparation to align with the vibration of the divine mission awaiting you. Trust this physical adaptation. Even when the sensations feel strong, they are temporary expressions of the transformation underway. Soon, when you step into the fullness of your calling, your physical self will feel clearer, more vibrant, and profoundly at peace with the new energy moving through you. As your awakening deepens further, an unmistakable urgency begins to rise within you. You may feel as though you must act now, as if something within you refuses to wait any longer. This urgency is not fear, it is divine momentum. God is moving you, pressing you forward with a force your spirit can no longer ignore. This inner push may manifest as a sudden drive to make changes, to pursue the steps you once delayed, or to move toward something greater, something meaningful, something your soul can no longer deny. This restlessness is the divine energy urging you toward your mission, reminding you that you were not born to remain where you are. Though the surge may feel overwhelming, understand that it is a sign of readiness. You are no longer the person you once were. You have become someone who is preparing to influence the world in ways beyond anything you envisioned. Trust this urgency. For it is God's hand guiding you toward the next chapter of your destiny, moving you steadily into the divine timing of the life-changing encounter approaching your path. This meeting is no coincidence, even if it feels as though the waiting has stretched endlessly across your life. For the moment is drawing closer with every breath. Divine timing never falters, even when the surface appears still. For beyond what you can see, everything is being assembled with incredible precision. God knows the exact instant when your spirit is fully prepared. For each step you have taken and each truth you have absorbed has shaped you for this arrival. Trust that all things are being arranged to lift you toward your highest good, for the pieces are shifting quietly into perfect order, and the encounter you have long awaited is nearer than you imagine. This sacred timing is a blessing, a sign that when you step forward into the next chapter of your path, the full force of the universe will be moving with you. Everything will align effortlessly, integrating your purpose, your mission, and the essence of your soul. Surrender to God's timing, for His alignment is flawless and will never fail you. What you are undergoing now is a sacred rebirth, a transformation that invites you to release the outdated and embrace what is truly yours. It will feel like a new dawn rising within you, a chance to begin again with a clarity and intention unlike anything you have carried before. This rebirth may bring discomfort as you confront truths long hidden or loosen your hold on old fears and attachments, yet every moment of it is necessary. Through each layer you shed, you step closer to the truer, more aligned version of yourself. Welcome this holy metamorphosis, for it is guiding you into a life rich with fulfillment and deeper meaning. When you reflect in the future, you will recognize that this very transformation was the turning point, the moment your true self began to rise. The life ahead of you is filled with purpose and luminous direction, a life that radiates into the world around you. Receive this change as the divine offering that it is. To step into the fullness of who you are is the culmination of everything you have been preparing for. This moment will unfold like a profound awakening, a recognition that your higher purpose is calling you with a voice you can no longer silence. It is the instant in which you finally understand that every event in your life has led you precisely here. In this awareness, the power that has always lived within you becomes visible, undeniable, a reflection of your true nature as a divine being created with intention and capable of extraordinary impact. The waiting has ended, for your moment has arrived. As you settle into your true essence, a peace unlike any you have known will wash over you, revealing that all you have experienced has shaped you for this alignment. Step with confidence and conviction into your purpose, for you are ready to leave your imprint on the world. As a chosen one, the time will come when you find yourself dwelling in two realms at once, the physical and the spiritual. Though you will continue to move through your earthly life, your awareness of the unseen dimensions will sharpen, allowing you to perceive subtleties that once slipped past you. This dual experience may feel exhilarating yet disorienting as you learn to hold your human responsibilities in one hand and your divine calling in the other. Trust that this balance is part of your path, a training that teaches you how to integrate the spiritual truths awakening within you into your daily life. With time, this fusion will become natural, and you will sense divine guidance even amid ordinary tasks. Your capacity to walk in both worlds will give you the wisdom and grace needed to fulfill your mission. Welcome this unfolding, for it will lead you into a deeper understanding of why you are here. The most essential step you can take as you approach your life-changing encounter is to trust the blueprint God has set before you. Embrace this shift with unwavering faith, knowing that every detail is unfolding in perfect order. Your divine mission is waiting, and you are ready to step into it. This moment is the culmination of every experience that has shaped your soul. You are not walking alone. God's guidance surrounds you at every turn. Step into your calling, embrace the transformation, and watch your life expand in ways you could never have imagined. The time has come and you are prepared. This awakening that is unfolding within you is not a sudden shock, but a gentle, steady realization that your life holds a deeper meaning than you ever understood. It is the moment when the questions that have shadowed your heart begin to dissolve, revealing the truth behind each step you have walked. You have been on this path for a reason, and now that purpose is beginning to unveil itself with clarity. The veil that once obscured your vision is lifting, allowing you to recognize the divine pattern woven through your experiences. As you awaken to your calling, a profound relief may rise within you. For the search for meaning comes to an end. You finally recognize that it has been guiding you silently all along. This awakening is not merely about discovering what you are meant to do. It is about understanding who you have always been. It may arrive through sudden clarity or through a quiet certainty, through insights that fall into place or through revelations that illuminate connections once dismissed as coincidence. Every event, every encounter, every challenge has been forming the foundation for this moment. Step forward now with faith, for the path is opening before you. The surge of purpose you feel is the divine confirming your readiness. Embrace this awakening. It marks the beginning of a powerful journey destined for you since the very start. You have been called, and this calling is unlike any you have known. It is a divine invitation extended directly to your spirit, summoning you into a role only you can fulfill. The universe, with all its wisdom, is urging you toward something far greater than your current understanding, inviting you to participate in a plan woven with sacred intention. Accepting this call may feel daunting, for it requires stepping into the unknown, releasing the familiar, and trusting what you cannot yet see. Yet this call is not a burden. It is a blessing, a doorway into a life aligned with truth and infused with purpose. As you consider this invitation, you may feel the blend of excitement and fear that often accompanies spiritual expansion. These emotions reveal that you are standing at the edge of something extraordinary, and your soul recognizes the significance of what lies ahead. When you say yes to this call, you are not only transforming your own life, you are stepping into a current of divine purpose that reaches far beyond yourself. You will notice that the bonds you create, the choices you make, and the direction you follow on this unfolding path are shaping not only your own becoming, but sending waves of influence into the lives around you. For this journey is sacred, and it calls you to step fully into it now. Before you rise into the life that has always been waiting for you, an inner conflict will stir in the deepest part of your being. For the ascent toward greatness rarely feels smooth, and the shadows of hesitation and unease often walk beside those on the verge of profound transformation. These feelings emerge at the very moment you stand ready to leave behind an outdated version of yourself and reach toward what you have never known. But understand this clearly. Those doubts are not a signal to retreat, but simply the thresholds you must cross before you can claim the strength that is already yours. It becomes effortless to be overwhelmed by the loudness of that voice inside that questions everything, especially when your soul begins calling you toward something larger, and whispers like, "I'm not prepared, I don't deserve this," or "What if I fall?" echo through your thoughts. But these are only illusions that must fade so that your divine purpose can speak. See them for what they truly are. Passing challenges meant to test the firmness of your heart, not the definition of your path. And as you move through this internal storm, remember that the universe would never summon you to a destiny without also placing within you the power to rise to it. You possess all the strength required to dismantle the fear that tries to hold your spirit in place, and every instant of uncertainty becomes a moment in which your faith grows deeper and your trust in the divine plan becomes stronger. When you breathe through the fear, you will find yourself becoming more courageous, more steady, and more connected to the truest version of who you are becoming. This hardship is not weakness, but an essential passageway. It is here in this refining fire that the real meaning of endurance and devotion reveals itself, and you are shaped into someone resilient enough to hold the purpose that is waiting for you. Keep advancing, for the moment where everything breaks open is much closer than you imagine. There is a sacred pattern written over your life, a design crafted solely for you by the divine, and though it cannot be seen with ordinary sight, as you awaken more fully to why you are here, the outlines of this plan begin to reveal themselves. Every chapter, every soul you crossed paths with, becomes illuminated with meaning as you begin to grasp the architecture of this heavenly map, and you will recognize that none of the trials were meaningless. Each one carved a deeper understanding within you, and each struggle was a necessary teaching, carefully placed to prepare your spirit for what is approaching. The plan that guides you is woven with intention, ensuring that every experience has shaped your growth and prepared you for the mission waiting beyond the horizon. It is natural to feel lost when you cannot yet see the complete picture. But as you step further into your sacred work, the hidden logic of your life begins to rise to the surface, and what once felt like disorder gradually reveals its symmetry. You will sense the hand of the divine quietly shifting you, guiding you, encouraging you toward the person you were always destined to become. This blueprint is not rigid. It lives and reshapes itself as you expand, just as you evolve with every new realization, and as you root yourself more deeply into your purpose. New doors, new teachings, and new awakenings will appear in perfect timing. Trust that you are being led moment by moment, and that the unfolding of your journey is occurring with divine precision. During transitions such as these, faith becomes the most powerful companion you have, for you are walking into a realm that demands trust in what cannot yet be touched or explained. Faith becomes the bridge between your current reality and the life waiting beyond what your eyes can perceive. It is the certainty that even in uncertainty, the divine is orchestrating everything and nothing is out of place. Faith does not require you to know every detail or predict every step. It asks you to surrender to the truth that the universe supports you and that you do not walk this path alone. There will be moments when the way forward appears hazy, when your heart wavers between hope and hesitation. But in those moments, your faith becomes the anchor that holds you steady and reminds you that you are exactly where you must be. To deepen this trust, you must release the need to control every outcome. Let go of the insistence to understand everything beforehand, and instead, allow the divine to guide you when the time is right. The steps will unfold one by one, always in perfect rhythm, and when you look back, you will marvel at how flawlessly everything arranged itself. Faith is what allows you to step into the unknown with confidence and to accept the calling that has been whispering your name. With this trust, you can move through fear, uncertainty, and doubt, knowing that a higher power is directing your steps. And as you embrace this sacred trust, you will discover the inner strength to face anything, knowing that your destiny is guiding you forward. The universe is constantly shaping possibilities in your favor, weaving together people, moments, and experiences that you may not see yet, but which are aligning perfectly behind the veil. These invisible movements are the divine currents that influence all things, drawing you closer to the encounter that will shift your entire life. As your trust in these unseen energies grows, you will begin noticing signs, meaningful patterns, synchronicities, and perfectly timed opportunities that seem to appear out of nowhere. But these are the universe's gentle confirmations that you are moving in the right direction. These signals are not coincidences. They are messages from the divine, reassuring you that your steps are guided and that everything is proceeding exactly as it must. For your highest unfolding, as you travel deeper into your spiritual awakening, you will become more sensitive to these currents, understanding how every person, every moment, and every detour has been quietly orchestrated to bring you into alignment with your purpose. The universe is far from inactive. It is constantly supporting your highest becoming, and it will continue to arrange whatever is needed to ensure you fulfill the mission only you can carry. The way to work with these unseen forces is through surrender. Trust that what you require is already moving toward you. Trust that the universe has prepared blessings you have not yet imagined, even when the full design is still hidden from your view. When your energy harmonizes with this divine movement, every resource, every opportunity, every revelation comes at precisely the right instant, empowering you to fulfill your mission with grace. As a chosen one, you are not simply meant to live a meaningful life. You are meant to share the sacred wisdom awakening within you, becoming a vessel of clarity and illumination for others on their own journeys of rising. The transformation shaping you now is not only about your growth, it is preparing you to step into a higher calling that will touch lives and awaken hearts in ways far greater than you realize.